Hey everybody, what's going on? Week number 49, December 5th through the 11th, and everything was awesome last week. I mean, the games were really good. Friday's game was awesome. Sunday's game was awesome. Sunday night's game was awesome. Wow, everything was really good last week. So we're going to pick up this week where we left off last week. First, I want to tell you about I think it's about time to make the announcement. So I'm officially announcing that I'm doing my 4th annual Christmas extravaganza, and that is going to be on Saturday, right? Is it Saturday the 24th? Dave, you're supposed to have this stuff memorized. It is Saturday the 24th, which is, yes, it is Christmas Eve, and I'm going to start the stream at about 10 p.m., probably go to about midnight or 1 o'clock. So if you are new to the channel, or if you're new to either the Twitch channel or the YouTube channel, every year on Christmas Eve, I do a giveaway. And it's not tutorials, it's not any kind of workshop, it's just me turning on the stream and giving back to the community that has supported me for the entire year. So I'm having my 4th one this year. Pretty cool, huh? So I've given away a lot of stuff. As you guys can see on the website, I've given away a ton of stuff. You know, this is a community-driven, I should say it is community-driven via whether it's donations or Patreon or the vendors that help sponsor the shows. And I take all these gifts and I give them away. So I'm going to have 2 giveaway extravaganzas. The first one is going to be a little bit earlier. It's going to be for my patrons. I'm not going to advertise that, but because that is basically that is supported by the patrons. So we're going to do a probably about an hour or so giveaway. It's going to be everybody will win something. It will be probably about, I'm going to try to do it at about 8 o'clock or so, guys, for the patrons. It will be, let's see, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be closed. It will be a private event. So I will have private links out, and I will also have a, probably in the next 2 weeks or so, I'll have a, basically a post up on the Patreon page. So, all right, lots to talk about tonight, actually. So the second giveaway will be in the Twitch channel. I've already tweeted it out. It's on Facebook. It's on all the social media stuff. Sorry guys, it tastes like chicken parmesan. I had chicken parmesan from Kelsey's tonight, and I was really craving a soda. And when they delivered my chicken parmesan and my son's spaghetti, they forgot the fucking Coke. So it took another hour to get a Coke out here. I could have ran to the store and got one in 10 minutes, but I didn't want to go and miss them. So, anyways, chicken parmesan was awesome. Literally, the chicken parmesan was literally the size of the entire container with spaghetti and cheese and marinara just dumped on top. It was so good, guys. It really was. It was only like $8. I mean, it's cheap. So, the second Christmas giveaway extravaganza will be in the Twitch stream at 10 o'clock. I'll have some Devon Light token packs to give away. I've also tweeted out a couple of the sample gifts that will be going to both the patrons and also to the Twitch community. So check those out. I'm really looking forward to it. Not only am I doing 1 this year, I'm doing 2. Which is really cool, and I really like to do that kind of stuff. So check it out. Don't forget, if you're a patron, 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern, and if you are want to hang out in the Twitch channel about 10 o'clock, we'll be doing it there. So I've got some other vendors that I'm waiting on responses. But, yeah, I'm not going to say what the prizes are. You guys can just look at Twitter and look at my handwriting at a couple of notes that I've tweeted out. So check it out. All right, guys. So the rescheduled interview from Thanksgiving that I was supposed to have Arv. You guys know the Arvanauts, Arvon Ellerin. He has agreed to come back on this Saturday. and we are going to be doing a Dungeon Master Workshop, an open mic Dungeon Master Workshop. We'll be talking about DMing and also fielding all of your questions. So if you guys have any questions about DMing, if you have any problems with DMing, if you have any ideas, if you need any kind of ideas, if you need any kind of help with rules, anything like that, stop by Saturday. It will be from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern in the Twitch channel, and with my special guest, Arvin Ellern. And it's so good to have Arvin in the channel. First time he's actually been in the channel as a guest. So I've got a couple more guests lined up in the future, and I'll announce those pretty soon. All right, so that's going to be rescheduled, so that's out of the way. As for this week, what's happening tonight, I've got a Savage Worlds, sort of like an overview for Fantasy Grounds. So if you have Fantasy Grounds and you haven't seen the capabilities of the Savage Worlds rule set, you'll want to check this video out. It is actually done, and it is already edited and processing as we speak on monitor number 3 over here. So look for that. That'll be out later tonight. So the weekly patron report. I need to get a logo that comes up with a big sound splash. So for this week, patron guys, I've got 2 people signed up for the Saturday night game. I need at least 2 more people to sign up, and we'll play on Saturday night. So if you guys are looking for a Saturday night game, check out the patron page. The link is down below. Check out on the right hand side where the pledge levels are. Scroll down till you find Saturday night game. That's exactly what it's called. And we'll be playing for 3 out of 4 weeks. And the group gets to choose the game. They get to choose what adventure they want to do. They get to choose rules, any kind of house rules they want, anything like that. We'll talk about everything, get everything together, and we will start playing on Saturday night. So as soon as we get a couple more people signed up, hopefully we can get that started as soon as possible. So that's the first thing about Patreon. The second thing that I'd like to say is congratulations on hitting the $500 reward. I will be doing a 1-page front and back PDF of my custom made world. I don't even have a name for it yet. I have 10 books of information wrote down, but I don't even have a name for this place yet. Good news is I've decided on the rule set that I'm going to be using for my world. I will be using the 5e D&D OGL, and I will also, in the future, be converting this to Savage Worlds also. So there will be 2 different rule sets for this game. 5e at first, and then later on down the line, we'll be doing Savage Worlds. Alright, so there's a lot of... That was one of the hurdles that I needed to get through determining what rule set I wanted to use. I was even thinking about a 4D4 system that I have that I actually thought of a couple years ago, but I didn't want to use that. I want to save that for something else. But my world, it'll be a very detailed world. It's not going to be just something thrown together and just put on a document. I mean, guys, I've actually invested in the Adobe Creative Cloud, which is top-notch stuff. It is the best to work with. So I'm going to be using the Adobe Cloud to create all this stuff, and I want nothing but the highest quality stuff that you guys can download every month. So all of the patrons at the $5 and up level will get all these downloads every month. So. And then I'll probably do like a monthly coupon download for the people that come in late. They'll get the monthly PDF, and then every month they'll get a code for another free one, as you know, from the past months. So, you know, these PDFs, guys, they can, you know, it's going to be pretty much anything. I mean, it's going to be lore of the world. It'll be rule amends, rule changes. You know, I may be changing some things, like I will be changing sneak attack for one in my world. I'll be adding a lot more things. There will be a lot more different spells. There will be highly customizable archetypes. Everything will be archetypes. There will be no core fighter skills. There will be no core wizard skills, even though we will be using the 12 core classes from 5e. The archetypes will have everything involved, and it'll be a mix of the core stuff with also the archetype stuff. And you're going to get choices every level, guys. You're going to get to choose between 4, 5, 6 things, and you'll get to choose 1, maybe 2 things. Feats will also be added into this. I'll be creating more feats. There will be, there's going to be a lot of stuff, guys. There really is. The classes are going to be really robust, and I'm going to try to put out as many of those archetypes as I can. But like I said, I only have a little bit of time to work on this, so the one page front and back will be more than sufficient to get at least the base stuff out there. At first there's going to be a lot of lore and also a lot of story and a lot of the actual rule changes from core 5e to my adapted 5e for my world. There's going to be a lot of magic restrictive places. And there's going to be a lot of hybrid classes that have both a physical fighting and a magical fighting. So there's going to be huge percussion. There's going to be repercussions for critical failures on any kind of casting magic, especially if you're in nullified zones that are going to be around that you'll just happen to find. A lot of good stuff. So there's going to be all kinds of lore, spells, magic items, a lot of base equipment, a lot of just random mundane stuff with descriptions of what these mundane things do. I want to have a very robust crafting system. And I really haven't talked about this much because I've been keeping it under wraps, but now that I can start creating this stuff, I'll start telling you a little bit. I'm not really satisfied with the way crafting is in other games. I'll tell you what, the only game that actually kinda I like the crafting is Pathfinder, but there's going to be much more to crafting in my game. You're going to need to go out and find this material. You're going to need to go out and find, these witches' eyebrows to create a certain potion, or you're going to need to go out and find, the crushed bone powder of a lich. You're going to have to go out there, get this stuff, and then you'll be able to create potions. You'll be able to create the ink to write scrolls, and you're going to have to create different types of ink to create different types of scrolls. I am going to add there is going to be a little bit more micromanaging involved in my game, but I know people love to fiddle with their character sheets. It's just, I love to fiddle with my character sheet. My players, they love to fiddle with their character sheets, so I think a very robust crafting system with materials is going to be a pretty cool thing. Guys, I really can't even go into much more. I don't want to go into much more, so I've told you a few things. There's going to be there's going to be mass battles, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. You'll just have to see. And, as the pledges go up and the total patron goes up, I'll be able to work on this more and more, and hopefully eventually I'll be able to go part-time at my job, and eventually just go down to 1 day a week and work on this pretty much full-time, but yet still keep 3 games or so, because I can't keep doing more and more games, guys. The more games that I do, the more prepping it takes, the more video editing it takes, and then that just takes away from everything else that I'm trying to accomplish. So I think the amount of games right now are really, really good, with the exception of I would like to take Adventures League from Friday night and do it both on Thursday and Friday. I will hire a DM, literally pay a DM, to do the Thursday games. I will continue to do the Friday game. So that is something that I will be looking at down the line as we get more patrons signing up for the Adventures League games. So, but just look out for that. All right. So the PDFs are going to be, I'm looking at my cheat sheet here. So the PDFs are going to be coming out at the end of the month. And like I said, it's going to include lore, items, all kinds of monsters. My monsters are going to have a lot of crazy mechanics, a lot of random mechanics too. A lot of crazy traps. I'm going to have, I'll have full PDFs of nothing but like puzzles and stuff coming out. I'll have holiday stuff coming out. My game's going to have our holidays that we have in real life. I'm going to incorporate those into the game. So, and then I'll be able to create, holiday themed adventures and items and all kinds of good stuff, which I'm really looking forward to doing, guys. I mean, I really am. And once we get to a couple more levels, then every month I'll start putting out a short, like 2-page adventure with a full, all cartography will be done by Zovia. And you guys know Zovia can create some pretty kick-ass fucking maps. Just look at her Patreon page. I mean, look at the stuff that she puts out on a weekly basis. That stuff's top-notch quality, guys. That stuff's better than what you get from D&D and stuff. I mean, I'm just not saying that. I'm not making it up. Proof is in the pudding. Check out her maps. Check out the quality of the stuff that she does. It's amazing. So there will be all kinds of adventures, and with the adventures, maybe if I don't do an adventure for that month, there will be a fully fledged town with an entire map, all detailed, with all of the locations, all kinds of hook points for that place. And then I'll have my world map that will be, there will be the large world map, and there's also going to be regional guides that I'm going to create as well. So there's a lot of work to be done, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. The other planes, all kinds of other stuff. So, all right. And the last but not least, all the players that will be testing this stuff will be basically the patrons. And I'm really excited to get them involved too. And there are patron levels that on a monthly basis you'll be able to get with me, and we will get together one-on-one, and we'll brainstorm some ideas for adventures, for magic items, for archetypes, all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. All right, so what's going on this week, guys? I've got tonight's Tuesday. It's about 8 o'clock right now, and I may get on tonight and play some Football Manager. That is a possibility. Thursday, which is tomorrow, normally I do the Digital Dungeon Master Workshop at 8 p.m., but there will be no Digital Dungeon Master Workshop. Why, you ask? Remember, Arvin Elleron is my guest on Saturday, and he can't do it tomorrow, so I've moved the Digital... Look at that moon. It is so beautiful. I need to get something to where that moon kind of rotates as the video goes by. Maybe I'll see if Josh could do something like that. So Josh, if you're watching, can that happen? That would be pretty fucking cool, man. Or maybe something pop up in the window too. That would be pretty awesome. All right, so Arvin, the Digital Dungeon Master Workshop. Sorry I keep going on these tangents, guys. That's being moved from Thursday to Saturday, and Arvin and myself will be hanging out from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern, answering all your DM questions. So Friday, what's going on Friday? Adventures League, 6 p.m. Eastern. This week is Tyranny of Dragons. Next week, we'll be back to Storm King's Thunder, and that will be at 8 o'clock. But this week, Tyranny of Dragons, they're already starting module number 3, and that starts at 6 p.m. Saturday, you guys already know, Digital Dungeon Master Workshop, 8 to 10. Sunday, we have the Storm King Thunder game, Storm Kings, plural. And we're also using the Tomb, the T-O-M-B of Beast, the Tomb of Beast, not the Tome of Beast. I'm just calling it the Tomb of Beast from now on, just because I've got a counter. I'm going to put a counter like I don't know, on a stream or something somewhere, but that would be pretty funny. Every time I mispronounce something on purpose, and if somebody catches it, we'll just keep putting the tally up on the screen, not the string, but the screen. And then maybe I'll do some kind of gold reward or something like that. So Storm King's plural game is going to be on Sunday at 2 o'clock. If you guys missed Sunday's game, holy shit, you missed an unbelievable game. That was some of the funnest roleplay ever. The Bathhouse Bandits probably going to strike again this week. So we've got a play or a song or a story that our group is going to tell of their heroic battle with Venomfang in the Thunder Tree Ruins just north of Phandalin. Even though we are playing Storm King's Plural Thunder, all of you module followers that I call you guys module followers, don't worry, the clouds are not falling upon you. I like to add and change content from time to time. So in the comment section, there's no reason to say, well, Dave, did you know that Phandalin is not in Storm King's Thunder? I cannot believe that you added that in there. Well, anyways, guys, I added it in there. It was great. It was a great impromptu session. It was fun. It was, like I said, amazing 5 times. It was amazing. So if you lost out on last week's game, you need to watch it on YouTube. It's great. So we'll be playing that from 2 to 5 or so on Sunday Eastern Time. And then last but not least, to wrap up the week, Sunday night is the Fantasy Grounds. It's not the Adventures League game anymore. It is the Storm King Thunders campaign. So yes, I'm running Storm King Thunder, Kings plural, both Sunday afternoon and Sunday night. So Sunday afternoon is already there to Chapter 2 pretty much. And the Sunday night game, which is the Fantasy Grounds crew with Doug, James, Robert, Carl, Chris Lindsay from Wizards of the Coast, and also Robert Aducci. He's from Adventures League. And we got Rachel Ventura. She's coming back this week. So she's with Legendary Games. So we'll have a pretty full crew this week. I think we'll have 5. And they're actually in Nightstone right now. Kella Darkhope. They found Kella Darkhope. I don't think they like Kella. Graven, which is Chris, he plays a very upfront, in-your-face dwarf, actually slept her and then tied her up and knocked her out, punched her flat in the face. No questions asked. She started talking. He punched her out. I thought it was great. So they're doing something totally different than what my Tuesday group did. And that's the great thing about D&D. You can run an adventure 3 times in one day, and all 3 times it'll be different. The players will do it differently. So that's what's going on, guys. I've been talking enough. It's 22 minutes. I hope you guys had a great week. Please, guys, leave comments in the comments section down below. Also, check out my Patreon page, guys. Please help support what I do. I want to be able to do this full time, and I want to start creating my content and start putting it all out for you guys on PDF. So, all right, guys, I've got some work to do, and then I'm going to do some Football Manager. I've got the Adobe Suite opened up right now, and I'm trying to figure out some stuff in Photoshop. So once I get that figured out, I'll probably be on Twitch later tonight. So leave comments, guys. Thank you guys again. I'll see you later. Happy gaming.